Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Machin Leira Online Smicha. This week's Parsha is Parshas Re'eh, and the extra additional thing is it's Shabbos Mevarchim Chodesh Elul. We all know what Elul means. Elul means time to buckle down, and time to make reckoning and accounting of what the past was and how you improve for the future. So, the story of the Satmar Rebbe, who the yahrzeit was this week, the Satmar Rebbe said, thank God that the vacation time was in the Chumash Devarim. Because like this, if anybody goes on vacation, they would have to pack loads of books. But when it's Parshas or Sefer Devarim, all you need is to take along a Chumash Devarim, and you'll have Musar enough to set you straight. And for this week's Parsha, obviously there's something you can learn. He doesn't say this, but in Sifrei Chassidus it says, Re'eh Anoichi. Now it's the time that from now on you stop and think about yourself. Think about yourself, what has to be changed, what has to be improved, and this is what the Chodesh Elul is all about. The Rebbe makes a fuss that Chodesh Elul is considered the Arei Miklat, the city of refuge. Anybody who has to hide has to hide. You don't necessarily have to hide. Anybody has to take some private time and be saved from the hustle and bustle from Olam Haza. This is the time to do it. Now it's interesting to note that Mayor Shapiro asks a question about the Arei Miklat. The halacha is that the people who are running away to the Arei Miklat, for them to know how do they go to the place to save themselves, the halacha is that throughout the highways there have to be signs directing them Miklat, Miklat, so people should know where to run. So the Mayor Shapiro asks, I don't get it. Why is it for those who are running to the Miklat, they were directed and helped to get to their promised land? There were other times that people were traveling. For example, 3 times a year, the Yidden were Elul. People traveled from the other end of Israel to get to Yerushalayim. It's no din in Shulchan Aruch, there's no din anywhere in Gemara that you have to have signs directing the people to where Yerushalayim is. And he gives a fascinating answer. And his answer is, the people going to the Miklat, we wanted to get them to their promised land, to their safety as fast as possible. And if you wouldn't have those signs directing them, then every yente would ask him, when you ask him direction, how do I get there? What's this about? And it'll come up, it'll resurface the reason why he's running away, because he accidentally killed somebody. So we don't want it, it's not important. Whereas it comes to the Yidden going to Yerushalayim, over there, it's important to not only do it yourself, try to encourage others to come along also. So we dafka didn't put signs on the streets, signs in the highways, so you should ask directions, and when the people ask, what is this all about? You say, I'm going to be Eiler, come along with me. And that's how you drew the crowd. So I want to add that perhaps this miklat of Chodesh Elul is the one, not like the miklat that the Torah talks about, where you're saving yourself from a goyal adam. This is the one where you're causing yourself to improve, and you're doing tshuva. This is the type of Arei Miklat you have to help others too. And I want to tell you an interesting story, a short story. There was a story of a chazan that came over, a shliach tzibur came over to the rabbi, somebody who had a standard job to be the chazan in the shul, and he says to the rabbi, this year, am I prepared? I even have a new tune, I have a new Ribono Shel Olam. There's a kapitel that we say, a paragraph that we say when you open up the Aron HaKodesh, and it starts with Ribono Shel Olam. He says, I have a new Ribono Shel Olam, which he meant to say, I have a new tune to sing along when we say Ribono Shel Olam. So his rabbi said, do me a favor, don't change the Ribono Shel Olam, change yourself, because if you're so, what you have to focus in is not changing the system, you have to focus on what you are. And because if not, God forbid, another chasna could be taken over. So the time of Elul is to focus on noichi, focus within yourself, and it's very, very important what it says in the Rebbe Svarim. It says when you go around wishing each other from Chodesh Av, from Menachem, from Tu B'Av until Rosh Hashanah, the more people you wish every time you wish somebody that way, you create a malach. And those are the malachim that go on your defense of Rosh Hashanah. So I want to wish everybody a ksiva v'chsima tova. We all should be represented nicely with many, many malachim saying good on our behalf. L'tova v'livracha.